On this week's episode, we're taking a look at my new favorite gadget, the Teenage Engineering Pocket Operator 33KO. Who comes up with these names? I have a deep appreciation for the art of sampling. The idea of taking samples from funk, soul, and jazz records, then reassembling them all into something completely new and dope has always captivated my imagination. Maybe it was growing up in the South Bronx during the early days of hip hop, or maybe it's my love for games like Luminous that marry sounds and light patterns with puzzles. Unlike most of the topics I've featured on this channel though, creating music is a brand new hobby. So I feel obligated to disclose that this is a noob's first impression, and beware the music jargon ahead, because it gets pretty technical for non-musicians. The Pocket Operator 33KO features a built-in recording microphone and up to 40 seconds of sampling across 8 melodic sample slots for chromatic playback and 8 drum slots for, you guessed it, drum playback. It also allows the ability to change 16 patterns, control the beats per minute with adjustable swing, and features 16 punch-in effects. Now, I don't want this to become a review or instructional video, but it would be silly of me not to explain the basic functions of the device. In the melodic section, memory slots 1 through 8 are reserved for chromatic playback. Once you record a sound with the mic or line in, keys 1 through 16 represent a scale, and each key will trigger the whole sound, played from the high to a low. In the drum section, memory slots 9 through 16 are reserved for drum playback. Each key from 1 through 16 represents a slice of the sound. When recording directly into the drum slot, the PO-33 will detect transients and auto-slice the material, slicing your sample into 16 slots. You can use these knobs right here to trim or affect the tone. The metronome button here affects BPM, going from disco, techno, or hip hop. A pattern consists of 16 steps. These patterns can then be chained, and using the function key allows you to manipulate the patterns with 16 different effects that range from loop 16, loop 12, loop short. You get the idea. All that translates into a powerful device that allows you to sample the world around you, yet small enough to fit in the palm of your hand. Now, I'd be a liar if I said learning to use this device was easy. Sure, the included instructions are helpful, but the learning curve for beginners is extremely high, and the small print required me to bust out my grandpa glasses. Seriously, it's tiny, I mean like 6 point. Thankfully, this level of difficulty motivated me even more and made using the Pocket Operator 1 part music device and 1 part puzzle box. After a few days of noodling with this thing, I was finally able to sample sounds, organize, and create something that loosely resembles music, and even that's being generous. But in doing so, I did learn that the 40-second sampling limit can be extremely limiting, making it hard to compose a full-fledged track. Normally, I'd say this is a major bummer, but the device isn't trying to be a full-fledged sampler. It's more of an on-the-go device that helps you quickly create a beat and then later build on that and refine it back in the studio.
Can you dig it?
Having now owned this device for more than a month, I've fallen deeper into the rabbit hole and went out and purchased the Arturia Minilab MK2, Ableton, and the Moog Model 15 iPad app. All incredible pieces of hardware and music software, yet I'm still nowhere near creating a single hit. And I realize I may never create a hit single, but the fun I'm having justifies the expense and the effort. If you want to know more about this device or any of the other devices I mentioned, or maybe you have some tips, let me know in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe. Oh, and sorry for taking a week hiatus. Union rules. You know how it goes. Peace.